Following Monday's unexpectedly quick end to testimony in the case, it was up to the attorneys for both sides to make their final efforts to convince the jury of Kaarma's guilt or innocence. The state asked the jury to not be distracted by issues like the Castle Doctrine and gun laws, or whether Dee Dee's error was the most important point to consider.
Even if there was a subpar investigation, that does not give the defendant free range to execute an unarmed child. Was he considering taking something that didn't belong to him? Probably. Did he deserve to die for his transgressions? No. Instead, Darren, an unarmed child, was violently and senselessly executed. Please tell the defendant that while we live in a state with a strong gun culture, it is not one of lawlessness or vigilante justice. Please tell the defendant and Mr. and Mrs. Day that Darren's life meant more than a couple cans of beer.
In his closing arguments, defense attorney Paul Ryan portrayed the shooting as a classic case of home defense.
He wasn't lured into there. He made the move. That was one of the dangers he chose and one of the risks when he decided to burglarize his family. Now he's in protection mode. This is a father of a 10-month-old. There's no decision-making process that can go on where we have to be right or wrong. We've got to protect. I think it's just so interesting what's happened in the big picture of this and how much criticism a homeowner is getting in his decision on how he chose to defend his property.
In 2 seconds, he goes from standing at the front door to coming around that corner and boom, 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 firing. How does he have time to perceive a threat?
The state argued there was nothing in the garage worth stealing, saying this was just a case of Kaarma defending his pride. In Missoula, Dennis Bragg reporting.